to oppose the motion moved by Mr. Anurag Thakur and Mr. Nishikant Dubey. Sir, Mr. A.B. Rosenthal, while writing in New York Times, said that a Prime Minister is the educator of a nation. He specifically was talking about the then Prime Minister, Mr. Nehru. Why I oppose this motion is because this President motion has let down 60% of our population, which is youth. The Prime Minister in his Mann Ki Baat talked about drug menace, but not a single word is mentioned about how this government will control drug menace, which has killed more than 26,000 people, youths, in 10 years, and every year 2,500 youths are dying. We have more than 3 million drug addicts in our country. Not a single word is mentioned about how this government will control drug menace. Second point, sir, in the first page of this debate address, third paragraph, the Prime Minister talks about Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyaya laid emphasis on holistic development, theory of integral humanism. I want to know through you to the government, does this government subscribe to this view that if a group of Muslims come together, they think negatively and they cannot be trusted? Because this is what was said in the theory of integralism in the third lecture in the book prepared and published by the right-wing organization on page number 48, paragraph number 3. Does the government subscribe to this view that Muslims as a group cannot be trusted and they think negatively? Third point, sir. The third point, Chairman of Joint Intelligence Committee in White House Summit of Counter-Terrorism have rightly said India's core strength is liberal, secular, plural democracy. But I would like to know from the government that will this government, if it believes in secular, plural democracy, will it appeal against the trial court judgment of December 30 from the Mumbai trial court, which had given a leeway, a temporary leeway to the ruling party president? Will Kausar B, who's my sister, who was raped, drugged and murdered and her body was burned and thrown into a river, will this government, which talks about maximum governance, minimum whatever it is, will you appeal against that trial court judgment? I would like to know from the government through you, sir, when you talk about that Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas is your basic tenet of your government, why is it? And when you talk about freedom of religion, February 17 Prime Minister's statement, freedom of religion, but within a week, his spiritual, his intellectual, his ideological guru made an obnoxious statement about a Nobel laureate. We want to know from you to the government, where does the truth lie? Does the truth lie with the Prime Minister of the Constitution? Does he still talks about Constitution? Or the truth lies with what his spiritual, ideological mentor, guru is saying? We want to know from the Prime Minister where the truth lies. Sir, the third point which I want to know from the government is, if what the Prime Minister says is right, he believes in freedom of religion, then what is happening in Kushinagar, Uttar Pradesh? 150 Muslim families have been forced to leave their house. Why? Because the good old person who's there. Sir, I want to know, why isn't this government able to control a cancer doctor, an oncologist who's spreading not his but his cancerous communalism throughout the country? Why is the government quiet on it? If you believe in Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, why is it that you are removing all obstacles for reservations to be provided to Jats but not to Muslim minorities? Your Maharashtra government talks about giving reservation to Marathas, which you are not against it. But what about Muslims whose empirical data shows we are socially, educationally backward? Why is it that you're not allowing us? Why is it that you're not removing the legal obstacles for 4.5 reservation given to minorities? Is this Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas? The Prime Minister spoke about freedom of religion. Where is the freedom of religion when Dalit Christians and Dalit Muslims are not being given the status of Dalits? Is this your Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas? Sir, when you talk, Prime Minister talks about, I'll give a Quran, I'll give a computer. Mr. Prime Minister, I want to say to the government, we don't want Quran. Quran is in our hearts. Give us reservation, empower us to reservation, and give scholarship to all SC, BC and ST, demand-driven scholarship. Sir, I want to know from the Prime Minister, very rightly this government has taken a decision to remove the governor of Madhya Pradesh. Why? Because he was mentioned in FIR. I want to know, where is your same sense of ethics? Where has it gone when in your own state of Gujarat, IPS officers who are facing grave charges of murders of encounters, they are being taken into service. If a governor can be asked to remove, can be asked to resign, why is it that you're not practicing this thing? Sir, no, please, sir, I'm not yielding. I'm not yielding, sir. Sir, I want to know, is this your maximum governance, minimum government, sir? I leave it to the morality.
What rule point you?
I leave it to the morality and ethics of this government, sir.
What is the point of order? What rule? Okay, Owaisi speak.
Can I continue, sir?
Continue.
I don't want him to say another point of order.
Finish it. Then
I know it hurts when the truth is being said over here. Sir, now I want to know. Sir, I want to know from the, I would like to advise to the government, if I have the liberty of advising, the Prime Minister should understand that this is parliamentary form of democracy. By reducing his ministers, by reducing his own ministers to ciphers. Sir, I am concluding, sir. I want to know, sir, why is it that, why doesn't he focus on Hindustaniyat? Why is this government trying for Hindu Rashtra? Focus on Hindustaniyat, which is multiculturalism, which is pluralism, which is equal opportunities for everyone. You strengthen Hindustaniyat. This Hindustaniyat took us a millennia to develop. You talk about 1200 years of Gulami. No. 1200 साल की गुलाम. Sir, please, sir, allow me to conclude, sir. By a quotation of Ambedkar, 1200 साल की गुलामी नहीं, अंग्रेजों की 200 साल की गुलामी थी. Sir, I conclude by what Ambedkar said. In the Constituent Assembly, Ambedkar said, in the presence of Nehru and Patel, Ambedkar said, sir, in replying to great general division, he warned against hero worship. Bhakti in religion may be a road to salvation of soul, but in politics, bhakti or this hero worship is sure road to degradation and eventual dictatorship. Mr. Prime Minister, understand, this is parliamentary democracy, not a presidential form of democracy. Thank you, sir.